ahead. This is my friend Lenord. How you doing? Lenord, these are the boys and girls from Mountain View Christian School. Oh, it's nice to meet you all. And today we're going to talk to these kids about using our hands and our words to help and not hurt. We're going to talk about bullying. Oh, what a great topic to talk about. Hey, what? You shouldn't have to talk to kids at a Christian school about not bullying. Well, what, you think that bullying doesn't happen even in Christian schools? No, because they're Christian. And, okay, so, but, you know, there is somebody out there. There's somebody out there who loves to tempt people, even Christian boys and girls, to say bad things and to do bad things. Is it you? No, what do you mean is it me? Well, I kind of wondered, but no, it is definitely not me. It's somebody named Satan. Oh, I've heard that name before. And he likes to tempt people to do bad things. And why would you think that it was me? Well, because you're kind of off. I'm kind of off. Mm-hmm. What? That's a very hurtful thing to say. Like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. Well, you didn't mean to hurt my feelings, but you kind of did. Well, like I said, I'm really sorry. I thought that, well, we're just trying to have a little fun. So, you know, the thing about this is that this is actually a perfect example, because do we ever sometimes say something that hurts somebody's feelings without meaning to? Yeah, I think we all do. And what should we do if we do that? Yeah.
Say sorry.
That's right. And I did. I said I was sorry. I know, and I really appreciate that. But just remember, sometimes we do say things, and it can hurt people's feelings. Yeah, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, because I know how it feels. You do? Mm-hmm. Why do you know how it feels? Well, because I have been picked on too. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. What were you picked on for? Well, there's this kid named Pat at my school. Yeah. And Pat's like really, really big. Really big? Yeah, like a foot taller than me. Well, that would be very big to somebody your size. Mm-hmm. And Pat likes to say all kinds of mean things about me. What kind of things does Pat say? Well, Pat says that I look like a shag carpet. Well, I think your fur is very beautiful. Thank you, but still hurts when Pat says it. Well, that would hurt. And Pat makes fun of the way I talk. I can't help it that I grew up in Brooklyn. Well, that's true. You have a little bit of an accent, but I think your accent is really cool. Well, thank you. I think yours is cool too. I don't actually have an accent. To me, you do. Well, that's true. If you go somewhere else, you're the one with the accent. So, how else does Pat pick on you? Well, Pat has stolen my stuff, like my lunch money and my cause that I bring to school, and Pat has punched me and tripped me. That is not a nice monster. No, that would not be a nice monster at all. How does that make you feel when you get picked on? Well, kind of makes me feel like I don't want to go to school, and I feel sad all day long. Well, have you thought about some ways that you could deal with Pat? Well, yeah, I thought about thinking about things from the Bible, and I was thinking about the story of Jonah. Yeah. And I prayed, and God did not send a whale to eat Pat. Okay, well, that's not quite where I was going with this. Is there any other things from the Bible that you could think of that might be appropriate? Well, I also thought of the story of David and Goliath, but I'm not a very good shot with my slingshot. No. We're not going to advocate hitting somebody with a rock. Well, that would stop. Well, I'm sure Pat would stop, but no, we're not going to do that. Come on, there's got to be something else that you can think of from the Bible that would help your situation with Pat. Well, actually, I did think of something, and I started doing it, and things have really turned around. Okay, what did you do? Well, I started praying for Pat. You pray for Pat. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you can't do much, but you can always pray. That's true. And did praying help? Actually, it did. Well, that's fantastic. So are you and Pat friends now? You guys hang out and do stuff? Actually, Pat and I are very good friends. Very, very good friends. And actually, I should say, Pat is a girl. Wait. Pat's a girl? You're a guy. And a girl was picking on you and making you feel bad? Yeah, because bullies don't, it doesn't matter if a bully is a guy or a girl. It just matters that they're mean. Well, that's true, because can girls be bullies? Absolutely. So sometimes we think that it's only the guys that are big and tough and everything, but it can actually be small people, and it can be big people, yeah, and it can be popular people, and it can be unpopular people. And so you and Pat are good friends now? Yeah, in fact, we're dating. You're dating? Wow, I guess prayer really does work. Yeah, it really can. So is your advice to these boys and girls that they should pray that they can start dating the person that's bullying them? No, it just worked out that way for me. Okay, all right. So it's very interesting though, because the Bible does actually talk about some things that we can do that help us think about bullying, help us think about using our words in our hands in good ways. Really? What does it say? Well, Jesus had a few things to say. Oh, I got this, I know. Jesus said, when thou speakest, do not use thine words to hurt. No. Jesus did not say that. He said, bulliest thou not thy schoolmate? No. He said, to bully? No, he didn't say to bully. No, what he said was, there's a rule. Yeah, it's called the golden rule. Oh, I heard that one. He who has the gold makes the rules. No. Well, sure. People who are rich can do anything. Well, no, that's not what the Bible is talking about. The golden rule is, does anybody know what the golden rule is? Say it for me. See, treat other people the way you want to be treated. Oh, that is a really good rule. So that means if I don't want to be picked on, I shouldn't pick on others. And not only should you not pick on others, but that's like the negative part of it. The positive part is Jesus doesn't say, don't do what you don't want other people to do. He says, do to people, treat people the way you want to be treated. Oh, that's not always easy. That isn't always easy. But with Jesus' help, you can do it. So, keeping that in mind, instead of just not doing something, what can you do to other people? Well, I can say nice things. That's right. And I can do nice things. That's right. If you have a friend who is, maybe they've lost their pencil, I can say, that's too bad. No. Yes, you could. But what else could you do if you have an extra pencil? I could show them and say, don't you wish you were like me? Because I have two. No. Okay, let's try this again. You have how many pencils? 2. Okay, your friend has lost his pencil, so the nice thing would be to offer to do his homework? No. Help him out. What would be a kind thing to do? Go ahead.
Give them a pen.
Oh, that makes more sense. And this way they don't have to do their homework. Great idea. Okay. That's a good idea. So you can offer to let them use one of your pencils. See, that's the kindness. If you didn't have a pencil and you knew somebody who had 2, wouldn't you want them to allow you to borrow a pencil? Actually, I'd like them to do my homework for me. Okay, we're moving on. Okay. Jesus said something else about using our words and our actions in a good way. Yeah, what did he say? He said, whatever you do to others, it's like you've done it to who?
God.
It's like you've done it to Jesus himself. Wait, so if I say something mean, it's like I'm saying it about Jesus? Yeah. And if I don't let my friend borrow my pencil, it's like I'm not letting Jesus borrow it? That's what it kind of says. Well, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know Jesus needed pencils. Well, no, that's not the point. The point is, the way we treat other people tells us about how we are kind of getting along with God. Oh, so I should definitely do good things and not use my words and actions to hurt. That's right. Always use them in a positive way. But only if the person's not a weirdo. Wait. A weirdo? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not sure I like that word. What do you mean by weirdo? Well, someone who dresses kind of strange, or smells kind of funny, or maybe they're really tall and gangly. Wait, why would that make a difference? Well, because they're kind of weird. Okay, so you think that you should only be nice and kind with your words and with your actions if people are kind of like you? Well, it's easier. Well, it is easier. That is true. That is true. But Jesus actually said, he didn't just say, whatever you do for others, you do for me, and whatever you don't do for others, you don't do for me. He says, whatever you do for the least of these. What do you mean, the least of these? Jesus was saying, whatever you do for people who other people don't want to help. Like the weirdos. Okay, like the weirdos, like the people who are different. Because there are people who are different out there. Well, you're kind of different. I am kind of different. And in this classroom, is there anybody else here like you? Uh-oh, I'm the weirdo. In this setting, you're kind of weirdo. Now, would you like people to treat you mean just because you're different? Well, no, I'd like them to treat me nicely. So, you should do what to others when they're different? I should treat them nicely. Exactly. So, when you come to a new school, and is it easy to come to a brand new school? No, it's kind of hard, because you don't know anyone, and you're not sure people are going to like you, and it's kind of tough. And so, if you have a new kid come to your school, or a new monster come to your school, how should you treat them? Well, I should ask them to eat lunch with me, right? And I should ask them to play with the trucks together. That's exactly right. You should treat them, even if they're weird, even if they dress funny, even if they smell funny, it's just the kind thing to do. Well, I guess it is, because I know how I would feel if it was me, so I should really treat them the way I want to be treated. That's the golden rule. It's the best rule. It is really the best rule. So when we talk about bullying, when we talk about using our words and our actions to only help people rather than hurt, something comes to my mind. A question comes to my mind. Look, the question is, why do people, and sometimes monsters, why do they hurt other people with their words and with their hands? I do not know. That doesn't make sense to me. Kind of like algebra. Algebra? Mm-hmm. Or chemistry. Well, okay, those can be kind of tough things, but, when people pick on other people, sometimes they do it because they think it's funny. Yeah, but it doesn't feel funny to the one who's getting picked on. No, it doesn't feel that funny at all. Yes, sir?
Sometimes people can be rude because they were hurt.
Because they were hurt too? You're exactly right. That's a good point. Yes?
Or maybe they live in a household where no one's really nice, or they don't ever get treated like some of the kids do.
That's a
And
very
they pick on the people who seem higher than they are.
Mhm. That's a great observation. It really is. Yes?
Sometimes they pick on people because they have stuff that they want.
Mm-hmm. They might want to take it away from them. There's a lot of reasons why people pick on other people. Sometimes it's just because it makes them feel more powerful. Like strong? Kind of strong. And sometimes when people make other people afraid, it makes them feel big and tough, and that's not okay. No, that's not okay at all. Because if you're afraid, being afraid is just a terrible thing to be, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like to, around some of the other kids at my school, I'm kind of afraid to talk because I do get made fun of because of the way I talk. And so it makes us so we can't be who we are. So bullying, it's not always easy to understand why people bully. But there are some things we can do about bullying. We can hit them with a rock. No. My mother said, sticks and stones may break my bones as long as I hit them hard enough. No, that is not the way the expression goes. It's not? No, the expression goes, Sticks and stones may break my bones, yeah, but names or words will never hurt me. But that's a lie. Well, is it a lie? Do names sometimes hurt? Yeah, if I was called a loser, that would hurt my feelings. That's right. And if I was called ugly, that would hurt my feelings. You're not ugly. Well, thank you. You're kind of weird. Okay, so now, did that hurt my feelings?
Just consider the source.
That's right. Didn't hurt my feelings because am I smiling or am I sad? Smiling. So we have a good rapport. We can joke around with each other, and so that's a really good thing. So, but it would hurt my feelings if somebody really meant it. If somebody really meant it, that would really totally hurt my feelings. So, there are a couple of things that we can do, not involving hitting anybody with rocks or sticks. Okay. We can call them those names back. No. You are not helping now. Oh, it's supposed to use my words to help. That's right. It's supposed to use words to help. So, the first thing that we can do, first thing that we should do is talk to God about it. We should always pray. That's right. You can always pray about it. That's right. Because we don't know, maybe they've got something bad going on at home. Maybe they've never been taught any better. Pray about it. Ask God to help. That's a good one. What do you think is another one? Not involving hitting or calling them names. What's another thing that we can do? Well, I think one of the best ways besides prayer is to decide, all of you together, that this is not a place where we are going to allow bullying. That is a fantastic idea. If you all decide together that you're not going to stand for it, when somebody starts picking on somebody else, you decide you're going to speak up for that other person. You're going to say, that is not okay. And you're going to go and talk to the adults, like Mr. A, that's right, and Mrs. A, that's right. You talk to one of the adults, and that's a good plan. But won't you get called a tattletale? Well, you might get called a tattletale, but you know what? What? You're helping somebody. Oh, that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. When I was a kid, not much older than some of you, I was on the playground. You played? I did. I played. Played hard. And there was a kid who was being picked on. By you? No. It wasn't by me. It wasn't by me. There was this popular kid in school, and he came right behind the kid, and he put his foot right in front of the kid, and then he pushed him on his back, and so he went down. That is not cool. It is not cool at all. And I got so upset. Some of the other kids that saw it, they just stood there and they just looked and then they pretended they didn't see anything. But I spoke up. And I said to the guy, I said, why did you do that? And he said, I didn't do anything. And you said, liar. No, I didn't say liar. But I said, I saw you push him down. And you know what the guy said? What did he say? He said, you want to do something about it? He was trying to bully me. And I used to be small. How small? Well, I was a pretty small kid. I wasn't that small at the time. I was probably about your size. You were never that small. Well, I am pretty big now, but yes, I was actually a very small kid growing up. And I was scared. You were? I was scared. But I wanted that person to know that was not okay to pick on that other person. And you know what? By standing up to that bully, what happened? He actually left me alone. Because he knew that he couldn't bully me. Okay, now I'm not saying that you should get in other people's faces. I'm not saying you want to be safe. Make sure you're always safe. But decide, this school is not a place for bullying. All of you decide that together. And if you ever see it, tell somebody who can do something about it. Be safe and tell the teachers. That's right. And if they call you a tattletale, so what? They're a bully. Does it really matter what they say? Not at all. So they're just mad because they're going to get in trouble for doing something they shouldn't have been doing in the first place. Oh, that makes sense. So, for bullying, to prevent bullying, no, I'm not pointing up. I'm saying first thing. Oh yeah. First thing, pray. Second thing, decide we are not going to tolerate bullying in this school. And 3, go and tell. That's right. go and tell. And it's okay to also tell the other person if they're bullying. You can actually say, as long as you're safe doing it, you can actually say, don't do that. You can say that? That's right, you can say, don't use that word, that's not a kind word. Oh yeah, you can say that. And you can say, what else can you say? You can say, hey, that's not nice to hit. That's right. Let them know that bullying is not okay. Not in a Christian school, not in a regular school, not in a monster school, definitely not in a monster school. It's not okay for adults, and it's not okay for kids, and it's not okay for monsters. And it's not okay for hamsters. I don't think I've ever seen a hamster bully anybody. You've never met my hamster. Okay. So Jesus says, the way we treat others shows our relationship with Him. I want to have a good relationship with Him. Oh, so do I. And I hope you all do too. So if we treat other people kindly, that says something about the kind of people we are and the relationship we have with Jesus. Yes?
And another one of bullying is be nice to the bully.
That's another good point. Be nice to the bully. Why? They're kind of mean. Well, but maybe they're mean because they don't have any friends. So, kind of like Pat. Kind of like Pat. Pat was mean. You prayed. Somehow you started having interactions with Pat that were positive. Yeah, I started saying nice things, and there was a time when I shared my sandwich because she didn't have one, and we started to become friends. So that's a great suggestion. Be friends with the bully as well. But when you're friends with the bully, don't do what the bullies do. Exactly. Yes?
If you bully, that just makes people not want to be your friend.
That's a very good point. And I want all the friends I can get. So do I. Yes, sir.
And if you bully, that makes you, if you do the same thing back to them, that doesn't make you any better.
That's right. That's exactly right. So, what have we learned here today? I learned that I want to be like Jesus. I want to use my words and actions, my words and my hands, to help and not hurt. And, one other thing. You mentioned being friends to the bully. What about being friends to the person who's being picked on? Even if they're a weirdo. Even if they're a weirdo. You have to get that word out of your vocabulary. Boy, it's a good word. Weirdo. I'm a weirdo. Okay, I'm glad you're a weirdo. I'm glad I'm a weirdo too. We just want to make sure that we be friendly. Do to others, even the least of these, the things that we want others to do to us. Because it's easy. Jesus said it's easy to treat our friends the way we want to be treated. But it's not always easy to treat others, the mean ones. It's not, and the different ones. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. It is totally worth it. Thank you guys so much for having us here. Thank you, Mr. A, for inviting us. And Mrs. A, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Leonard, for helping. Did I really help? I think you helped. Do you guys think he helped? Oh, good. I'm glad you guys thought so. And I hope that you guys will always use your words and your hands to help. And not to hurt. Not to hurt you. Thank you guys so much.